So recently I had a data customer that needed some help updating properties for contacts in HubSpot. And I wanted to solve this through N8N because I knew there was a built-in HubSpot node in there. Oh, a lot of nodes to be honest with you guys. So I wanted to go through the approach of solving this. And actually I found two different solutions that I wanted to share with you guys on this side. So first is going to be a built-in solution that can update one contact at a time. And then also the second solution goes through how you can bulk update contacts up to 100 every 10 seconds, which is going to be one of the HubSpot API limits. HubSpot was a little tricky to integrate in. If you're going to go specifically with what's built into N8N, it's really easy. All you have to do is just log in with your Google account that you are using HubSpot with. But if you are going to be going to the approach of using the HubSpot API to do some bulk updating, well, this is going to be a little bit more complicated and it involves private apps. So I'm going to show you guys both of these approaches, show you a bits of the workflow that I used for this real world project in over here. And yeah, hopefully you learn something along the way and it saves you some time because HubSpot can be a little bit complicated to work with. Anyways, let's jump into this partial workflow. All right, guys, so I'm here at N8N. I'm going to show you two different workflows that I built out to update contacts. I'll also go over a little bit of information with HubSpot in N8N as well. And this is a super easy one that I built out. I was hoping that this would be the solution that I would end up using, but I ended up having to build this out over here. And don't worry, I know it's a little complex. I'll explain how this all works out. So a few different notes on here. There's two different ways that you're going to have to authenticate with HubSpot, and we'll go through these as well on here. But initially, this is what I'm trying to do right now. So I'm just going to add in a sticky note just to write this out. So essentially I have data in a database. So let me just put this over here, right? So like first I have data in my database that I want to update contacts in HubSpot with, right? So essentially how I'm doing this is first I'm pulling data, pull data from DB, right? Then I'm writing a SQL query in Metabase. I'm grabbing results in Metabase, right? And that's where this get the results from a question. So this is all beforehand. And then essentially what I'm doing is I'm updating all the contacts in HubSpot with the data I pulled, right? Because the data in the database isn't being updated in HubSpot, right? And there's other ways that you could do it probably outside of N8N, but I just wanted to do this as an N8N type video, right? So taking data from my database and updating contacts in HubSpot with it. Now, again, I'm not going to show you the exact query on this side of things, but we'll explain some of the nuances on this side of things and how it differs using like the actual HubSpot API versus kind of what's built in here in N8N. So again, this is just Metabase. I'm grabbing a question over here. I'm not going to go too in depth on this node, but imagine like we have the information that we want to get. Okay. Next, why I have loop over items is one thing that kind of sucks with the HubSpot integration in N8N is you only can create or update a contact, right? This isn't bulk contacts. So this didn't work for me because the contact list I'm updating has 25,000 contacts on a daily basis. And this just generally took too long. There's some settings I changed and different things like that as well. But what I had to do is, let's say with 25,000 rows over here, I looped over each row one at a time with this, right? I would get the email ID, which this is on here, the email ID, right? And I'm just going to blur out these other property names and stuff like that. But we have an email, and that is how like the primary key is associated with it when you're working with N8N and contacts. And then just updating some internal properties, which again, they're blurred right over here. But they're updating some internal properties based off of what is in the database, right? And it's one at a time, setting wise, right? Because sometimes things fail. I just retry on fail, max retries 2, time between, right? And continue on error output, just in case there's some issues on that side of things. So after each contact is updated, goes back to the loop, grabs the next row, and goes through and updates those records based off of those properties. But this was very inefficient, right? It generally did not work well for me. So when you have 25,000, right, you want to look at the HubSpot API because one at a time, you're going to have some API costs associated with it, hitting some limits, especially if this is going to run every day. And I don't want this to run for hours upon hours, right? So what I did is I looked into the HubSpot API, and you can update about 100 different contacts every 10 seconds, if I remember correctly. So I wanted to go that approach, right? Which is much faster than one at a time, less prone to failure as well. Additionally, there's two different ways to authenticate. So in over here, like when I went into authenticate on this side of things, all I had to do is just log in through my HubSpot account, and it was piece of cake, right? Just log in HubSpot, done. But where it gets kind of complicated is if you're going to go through this over here and do a custom HTTP request. So what I found on this side of things is you're going to have to create a private app. And I couldn't really find many YouTube videos on this side of things. The old ones I watched initially when trying to build this out talked about building out HubSpot API key, and like I couldn't get the scopes to work. But when I read into this HubSpot documentation on the N8N docs, it talks about using a private app. Okay, so use this over here, the using app token. Don't go down over here, the developer API key. That's kind of junk, but essentially I just went through these steps, right? So HubSpot account, click the settings. So all you have to do is click the settings over here, right? So I'm over there. And then what we're going to do on the settings side of things is going down over here, go to integrations and go to private apps. Then what you're going to do is create a new private app, right? Follow through the steps on this side of things, add in your scopes, which if you don't know what scopes to add, just go down here at the bottom and honestly just copy this. So what I did is just search each of these. So like CRM objects companies.read, or just going over here, say add new scope, and then just find a scope and paste this over here and check all of these off. All right. So then you just go through that. I'm not going to do that initially over here, right? And then essentially what you'll have at the very end is a key. And it mentions it over here also in this article. So just to show you guys, right? You get an access token card, right? You get a reveal token and then copy this into your N8N credential. So just to show you also, like you would go over here to your HTTP request, right? And then I'm just going to open this up over here, and then you can see it says app token. So once you fill in all this, which all these scopes, so follow these scopes one at a time, paste them in over there, and just pass in this app token here, and then just make sure it's connection tested successfully, right? I think that's the hardest part because I spent a good amount of time trying to figure out the API. That just did not work for me on the scopes, but as soon as I did this private app, it worked phenomenal. But yeah, let me show you kind of what I'm doing over here. So I have two different triggers to start this off, either if I want to do this as a manual or if I want to do this scheduled. Again, I'm getting the SQL query, which I already have written right in Metabase. So I have that over here. Okay. Next, I'm looping over all these. So instead of a 1 output this time, I'm getting 100. So just to show you, right, my batch size is 100 on that side of things because that is going to be what the rate limit is, right? 100 per 10 seconds, I believe. So that's why I have the batch to 100. And we're batching out, 25,000. So it has to have all those runs based around it, right? 25,000 divided by 100, right? So 250 runs of this loop over here. Next, what I have is this code. So I wanted to format my results from this query a little bit on that side of things. So I have this over here. What I had to do is convert the date to a specific timestamp to fit HubSpot's time properties. And then also down below, I have all the other information that I want to specifically send in. I just formatted it as a big JSON string, right, for the 100. And again, a lot of this is kind of blurred out. I do apologize, but it is kind of confidential. But essentially I have, 100 different rows all condensed into one JSON blob, and I'm sending that over into the HubSpot API. Now, the API call that you want to use if you're going to do a bulk update for contacts is this over here. So hubapi.com, CRM v3 objects contacts batch update, right? This is the bulk batch updater. That's what I figured that works best for me. I'm sending in all of that JSON over here. I'm also setting in a timeout on this side of things, just in case there's any errors on that, and just settings, retry on fail, max retry 2, time in between tries, 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second. One thing to note, so the differences between using this HTTP request and the HubSpot node that is in here, On the contact side of things in N8N, this is all email based. So email is going to be the private key, or not private key, but the primary key, like how you link up everything. But when you're using the HubSpot API, or how I'm using this right over here, that is not the case. You actually have to get the HubSpot ID for each of these contacts. So it's a little bit different. So I actually had to rewrite my query over here just to get the HubSpot ID for each of these rather than email. Obviously still kept the email in there, but just note that difference, right? So like if you're using an HTTP request over here, make sure that you are specifically using the HubSpot ID. If you're doing inside of N8N with one at a time, you're going to have to specifically go with email. So a little bit differences on here. Okay, so now I do the HTTP request. I do await because it's 10 seconds in between. So I just set this as a 2-second because this does take a little bit of time to run. So does the code, just to format this into the 100 to get it ready to send in over here. Also, I set this as a post, right? And you can just look at this through the HubSpot documentation, right? So I just found the post, the batch update for the contacts. And again, I'm just sending in the JSON based off of the format that it's specified within that documentation, right? I wrote some Python code, or I wrote some Python code over here to format my SQL, get it ready, and then send it over there. And yeah, that's essentially it on here. I would show you guys a little bit more, but I can't for this. But regardless, what I'd recommend is if you're going over here and you want to bulk update, you're going to have to create a private app and set up the scopes. Go through this N8N documentation on here because it's really, really good. And it'll save you hours. I promise you on that side of things. Otherwise, like if you're just doing something basic, like you just want to update one at a time or like a very small amount, like you're good with doing this in N8N directly. Just remember this uses the email. Again, I'd recommend doing a loop if you're trying to update multiple things. But if you're trying to update like, I don't know, 1,000 plus, go this route, grab the HubSpot contact ID and kind of build out this loop, update 100 at a time. I would assume there's different also rate limits based off of your HubSpot plan. So I'd check into that. I did notice that in documentation. It might be a little bit also different if you're trying to update companies versus contacts or deals. Again, this just focuses on contacts, at least in this use case. And happy to show you guys some other workflows like this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think on, kind of videos like this, if they're interesting or not. I want to just show you guys how to solve solutions like that. And if you need any help as well, I am taking on customers. So feel free to reach out to me on my website, which I have linked down below. We also have a free Discord server. Feel free to check out other HubSpot videos, or not HubSpot, but other N8N videos here on the channel. And I'll catch you guys in another video.